I don't know what's going on. Are you guys here? Can you even see me? We're starting early because I don't know what's happening with the stream. I'm going to refresh my back end here. I don't know if I'm lagging out or what's happening. Now, my router says it's good. All right. Can you guys see me? Is everything working? I don't know. This has been having issues. I don't know what's up. My internet says it's working fine, so I don't know. I guess I'll shout out everyone who's here right now. We got John Goku here, Billy Bean, Pokemon Link 246, Shiny Rail 1, that one Golden Boy, Gaming IL, John, Java Hazard, Reeb 123, Corey Bohm, Trip Hickson, 2 Madre, Billy Bean, Ishak K, Martin Clark, Matthew Davies is here. Brian C is here. Segment the Pikachu fan, Mr. Pete 1995. Danny Boy, because why not? All right, everything seems good now. All right, hopefully it keeps going. Justin Gentry, welcome as well. All right, so we have a few things to talk about. Q&A, as always. You guys can ask questions at any time. I encourage you, if you want to get your questions answered and get them answered ASAP, you can super chat if you would like, although I would prefer if you would use the Streamlabs or direct PayPal donation link down in the description. Streamlabs will let you get a comment in as well. So I would prefer you use those donation links versus super chats. But if you want a super chat, it's cool. We're not live on Twitch yet. I got my account back. But unfortunately, even though I got my Twitch account back, the phone number on it is an old phone number, so now I got to change the Authy app, and I changed the Authy app because they require two-factor authentication. I got to change two-factor authentication, and now Authy's like, oh, that'll take like 2 to 3 days. So I don't know. I'm hoping that I have my Twitch account back for tomorrow for the Nintendo Treehouse Live. That might be my re-debut over on Twitch. Don't worry, we'll still be streaming here. I'm not going to stop streaming on YouTube. But I am going to encourage people to kind of head on over to Twitch and all that to support me over there versus my streams on YouTube. But you can still check me out right here on YouTube. It's all good. I ain't going anywhere. All right, let's talk about the Series X. Are things lagging? I have no idea. It's lagging. All right. Gosh, I hate that this is lagging. It's lagging. Okay. We're going to restart this beast from my phone then. It's better. Hold on. Is the stream working correctly now? Is it working? If the stream is working, I'm not going to reboot it with my phone. I would prefer to not reboot with my phone. Are we done lagging? Is the lag over? I got to wait for the chat to respond. Is the lag over? The lag's over. I'll get talking here about Series X. The lag's over? People who were having lag before, can you confirm it's over? I think it's over because YouTube got rid of the warning on my side. Yeah. If it's laggy for you guys, it was lagging on my end too. Okay, it's working. All right. Here's the deal. Whoa, we have a new follower. Only it's Emery. Hey, if you guys want to follow over on Twitch, head down to the description. Go over to Twitch. Follow me over there. You can use your Amazon Prime sub over there as well. We're going to be getting Switch going here as soon as the Authy app switches my old phone number to my new phone number. We'll be back on Twitch. I got my Twitch account back. It's going to be all good over there. But we'll still stream on YouTube. We're going to co-stream on both until a point reaches that I'm not going to do that. I don't know when that point happens. Maybe it happens when I get more viewers on Twitch than I do on YouTube. I have no idea. I'm kind of done supporting YouTube's platform as a streamer. I'll keep streaming here for a while, though. I don't know if there's ever, maybe I never switch off of YouTube and I just keep streaming on Twitch and YouTube forever. Beats me. It doesn't matter. Let's go. Let's make it happen. So, we need to talk about the Xbox Series X. Reports are coming out from multiple media members. This isn't just one. That the Xbox Series X, the platform they have, which is not final hardware, although it's likely final hardware. Chances are maybe there's some updates to the OS to happen. Reports are coming out that the thing is spitting out heat like a space heater, like a fireplace. It is dispersing heat out of the top of the platform like it's nobody's business and could easily heat a small apartment on its own. This is obviously only really going to be a problem for people that live in hotter areas like California, where like it's hot all the time. So you're trying to regulate the heat in your house. You might have to turn the AC on if you happen to have AC. If you don't have AC, I don't know what to tell you. Here's the deal. Yes, the Xbox Series X is outputting a lot of heat. And guess what? We're going to find out the PlayStation 5 is outputting a lot of heat as well. Why? Why is that? Why is this system outputting so much heat? Well, I'll tell you why. It's using brand new cutting edge hardware. It is using top flight Ryzen processors, and it is using a yet to be released GPU architecture from AMD that's going to be a heavy power draw. I have an editing PC. My editing PC has a Ryzen 2700X in it, right? That's an AMD processor. It also has an AMD GPU, one of the best ones they have, the 5700 XT. When I put my hand on the exhaust of my PC, it feels like a space heater. Welcome to high-end hardware. If you are a PC gamer, you already know this. This is not unexpected, but it is somewhat new to console owners when all of the consoles have not been using cutting-edge technology. So the heat coming off them have not been worth talking about outside of the Xbox 360's Red Ring of Death where it overheated. Here's the thing. The Xbox Series X, none of the reviewers said the Xbox Series X is red ringing. None of them are saying their platforms are failing. They are saying it's just like a space heater. That's reality. Welcome to cutting edge PC technology. This is what you're going to get. It's going to be hot. Now, for people who don't live in areas, where it's hot all the time, this isn't going to be a problem. I live in the Midwest. I live in Wisconsin. It is a decent temperature outside today. It's like 65. Whatever. It gets down to the negative 50s around here during the winter, man. I don't care about having some extra space heaters. In fact, in this studio where my Xbox Series X is going to reside, I have a window up there. You guys can't see it right now, but there's a window up here, and I can't close it. The glass is broken. I can't close the window. There is like a screen, but I can't close it. Now, sometimes in the winter, I'll close it off with plastic and try to insulate in here, but I can't close it. So it gets kind of cold in here, which is actually really, really good for hardware that runs hot. So the Series X might be a little space heater in my office. But the point is that there's nothing wrong with the Xbox Series X because it runs hot. It was always going to run hot. And people are like, oh, it's because of the cooling solution. No, it's because of the hardware. It is using cutting-edge technology. It's going to be hot. Welcome to the frontiers of the best technology in the world. It is hot. My PC is using a 5700 XT with a 2700X, and it runs hot. It's spewing hot fire out of the back of my PC. That is what PC gaming is. These platforms, the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, are using PC components. They're no longer custom components made for home consoles. They are basically mini ITX computers. For those who don't know what mini ITX means, it means tiny, small form factor computers. PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X are small form factor computers using cutting edge technology and a small package. It's going to be hot. It's going to be very hot. Because guess what? The heat that the CPU, GPU, APU putting has to be dissipated. It has to go somewhere. You can be like, oh, it needs a better cooling solution. A better cooling solution isn't going to make it have less heat coming out of it. Because reality is, heat rises. Heat has to go somewhere. No matter what your cooling solution is. Whether it was, let's say they had a water cooler in there, a liquid cooling solution in there. Guess what? The heat coming off the radiator blowing out of the system would be the same temperature. Because the heat has to go somewhere. It can't just sit in the system. The heat being off-put by these processors, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your name is. I think we're lagging again. I think we're lagging. All right, maybe we're done. Are we done lagging? All right. I don't know what's up with. Maybe it's my router. I think it's time I get a new router. If my money gets fixed. Until if my money gets fixed with YouTube, I'll buy a new router this month and fix this. I've been having internet issues all over my house, and I'm pretty sure it's my router. But and I'm hardwired in, and I'm still having issues, but I'm hardwired through the router. But yeah, like it's going to be hot. This is normal. Any heat coming off of your CPU or GPU has to go somewhere. For those who don't know how cooling works by taking the heat from the device and throwing it away. Right? You bring in cool air from somewhere, and then you take the heat with that cool air and blow the heat out of the system. Regardless of what your cooling solution is, that's what happens. Phones are a little different. Phones tend to just dissipate heat on the back. That's why the back of your phones can get kind of warm sometimes. It tends to let the heat radiate off the back of your phone. But they also don't let the phones run at a point where it gets so hot that it burns you. At least most don't. So the point is, there's nothing wrong with the Xbox Series X. All this means, and this should have been expected, the Xbox Series X runs at top clock speeds all the time. PlayStation 5 variables the clock speeds. It lets them clock down and clock up and clock down. And you know why it clocks up and clocks down and clocks up? Because whatever cooling solution the PlayStation 5 is using isn't as good as the Xbox Series X. The Xbox Series X is using a massive heatsink with a massive fan. It is using a very good cooling solution. The PlayStation 5's cooling solution isn't as good. The intakes on the air and the outtakes on the air are not as good. So because of that, because they went for aesthetic design over practical design, the PlayStation 5 runs hot as well. And the PlayStation 5 is going to run so hot that it's going to downclock itself so the PlayStation 5 doesn't fail. If you ever wondered what the difference was between the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 when they're using the same hardware, but they're higher clock speeds on the X versus the PlayStation 5 consistently, because the PlayStation 5 varies the clock speed, it's because the PlayStation 5's cooling is not good enough. It's not good enough. So the PlayStation 5 is going to run even hotter than the Xbox Series X because the PlayStation